Key signatures explain sharps and flats in the key signature, what they mean, and what key the song is in, order of sharps and flats, all of this coming up right now. What is a key signature? A key signature comes at the beginning of a piece of music, and it tells you which notes to play sharp or flat and what key you are in. The very first thing you need to remember about key signatures is that the sharps and flats always come in the same order. So for sharps, it's always F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, B sharp. To remember this, you could use the mnemonic Father Charles goes down and ends battle, if that helps you. I'm a visual person, so I personally like to figure out the sharps like this. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, B sharp on the keys. On the music staff, the order of sharps looks like this. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, B sharp on the treble clef and on the bass clef in this particular order. Remember that the sharps always have to be in this particular order, so you cannot have just a C sharp or just a G sharp in a key signature. And especially you cannot have a C sharp in the treble clef and a G sharp in the bass clef, or even correct key signatures in one in the treble clef, one in the bass clef. That just usually does not happen. So if you have one sharp, it's always an F sharp on these particular lines. And if you have two sharps, it's always going to be F sharp, C sharp. And if you have three sharps, it will always be F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. So the first thing the key signature tells you is which notes to play sharp. So if we have just one sharp in the key signature, it's always going to be the F sharp. And it means that you play every F as sharp for the full song or until the key signature change. If you have four sharps in the key signature, you're going to go in order. So that's F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and then play every F, C, G, and D as sharp for the full song or until the key signature changes. The key signature also tells you one more thing, which key the music is in. So if you have absolutely no sharps or flats in the key signature, you need to memorize. Just remember that this is in the key of C major. So the key of C major has no sharps or flats. So if we have one sharp in the key signature or more sharps, I have a little trick for you to help you figure out the key signature. So if it's just one sharp, we're going to circle the last sharp, which is that one sharp. And then we're going to go up to the very next note. So that's going to be from F sharp. We're going to go up half a step to G. We have an F sharp, half a step up to G. And this means that we are in the key of G major. Let's do another example. So if we have five sharps, we're going to circle again the very last sharp, which is A sharp. We have an A sharp, half a step up to B. And then go up to the very next key. So that from A sharp, that's to B. And that means we are in the key of B major. One more example. So here we have 7 sharps, and the last sharp is a B sharp. So let's circle that B sharp, which is the same thing as the note C. And so from B sharp, we're going to go up to the very next note, which is actually a C sharp. Our last sharp is the B sharp. So we're going to go half a step up to C sharp, and that's the key of C sharp major. Let's go on to flats. The flats also come in the same order every time. So that's B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, F flat. And we could use the same mnemonic, battle ends and down goes Charles' father, but backwards. Remember with the sharps we did Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So now we're doing battle ends and down goes Charles' father. Memorizing the order of sharps and flats will really help you to figure out key signatures much quicker and to figure out what key you're in. The order of flats on the staff looks like this. Again, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, F flat, always in this order, kind of going down every other flat. Remember that the key signature answers the question which notes to play flat. So if there's one flat, it's always B flat because that's the first one. And you're going to play every B as flat in the full song or until the key signature changes. If there is 5 flats, we're just going to go in order. So that's B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. And we're going to play every B, E, A, D, G as flat for the full song. And how do we figure out which key the music is in for flats? Now, if there's one flat, sorry, you have to memorize this one too because there's no pattern for it. If there's just a B flat, that means that we are in the key of F major. Memorize, that's it. B flat, F major. B flat, that means we have F major. If it helps, you can learn the F major scale to help you remember that it has a B flat in it. Now, if you have 2 flats or more, I do have a little trick for you. So we're going to circle the second to last flat. So not the last flat, which was E flat, but the second to last flat, which was B flat. And that is actually your key. So if we circle the B flat and you're in the key of B flat major. If you have 3 flats, we're going to circle the E flat and you're in the key of E flat major. If we have 4 flats, again, we're going to circle the second to last flat, which is an A flat, and we're in the key of A flat major. And we can do this no matter how many flats you have. So let's say 7 flats. Again, we're going to circle the second to last flat, and that is a C flat, so we're in the key of C flat major. But how do I figure out the minor key? Some of you may be asking, so all of this has been major keys, but what about the minor keys? So to figure out the minor key, we need to know this. Every key signature has 2 possibilities, major or minor. We don't have certain key signatures just for major and certain key signatures just for minor. Every key signature has a major and a minor possibility. So first, we need to figure out both major and minor possibilities for your song, and then we will look at the first and last chord to actually figure out if the song is in a major key or a minor key. And to figure out the minor key, we're going to do this. We're going to figure out the major key first and then go down 3 half steps. So when we are figuring out the relative minor key, we take the major key, in this case C major. So C, and we go down 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, and that is A minor. Now let's take a look at some music to figure out the key. So we have Arabesque by Burgmuller, and it has no sharps or flats. So automatically we know that that is C major. And then we're going to go down 3 half steps, and that it could also be A minor. So our choices are either C major or A minor. And now we're going to look at the first chord, which is an A minor chord, and then the last chord, which is also an A minor chord. And now we know it's in the key of A minor. Here's another example. So we have an F sharp in the key signature. And this means that we are going to go half a step up to figure out the major key, and that is G major. And then we're going to go 3 half steps down to figure out the minor key, and that is E minor. So our major key is G major. And to find the relative minor, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3 half steps, and our relative minor is E minor. So our choices are either G major or E minor, and now we're looking at the first chord and the last chord, and both of these are the G major chord, so that is going to be our key, G major. Our last example, and this is Burgmuller's Ballad, and we're going to look at the key signature, which is 3 flats. So we're going to circle the second to last flat, which is an E flat. Our major key is E flat major. And we're going to go down 1, 2, 3. And so our minor key is C minor. And our choices are E flat major or C minor. And now we need to look at the first and the last chord. And both of these are C minor. So that means we are in the key of C minor for ballad. Thank you so much for watching Key Signatures Explained and learning about key signatures, sharps, and flats with me. Don't forget to ask your questions in the comments below and subscribe for more content like this.